Hey everyone, it's Dawn. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another bullet journal video. In this one, we are setting up my 2021 bullet journal. I'm so excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just ready to let go of 2020 and just move on into a brand new year and see what the new year holds. So grab your bullet journal if you're planning with me, or just grab a beverage and chill out and watch me plan for 2021. For this setup, I'm using this beautiful pink dotted notebook that I got from shop AmandaRachLee, and I did a video where I shared my thoughts and first impressions on this notebook, which I will link to in the card and in the description below, so you can go check that out. And here I'm just showing you the supplies that I used for this setup, and I really went for a minimal, not very colorful kind of theme, and I really like the way it turned out, and I hope you enjoy this video. Of course, the most nerve-wracking and exciting part of all, the name page. I was so afraid of even touching this page, and I don't know why. I just wanted it to be so perfect, and it took me so long to actually write my name down. And on the second page, like I mentioned in the video where I shared my thoughts about this notebook, is that I did not like the first page because it was so stuck to the name page and it doesn't open flat, so I had to stick it together with glue and start using the journal from page 2 basically. And here I'm just doing the grid spacing guide, which there are tons and tons of videos about, but basically what it is a reference to help you divide up your pages into halves, thirds, quarters, or whatever you want to divide it into. So this is basically just a way for you to look whenever you need to divide your pages and not actually need to calculate or to count the number of blocks you need to skip or anything like that. I hope I did justice on that. I know I'm pretty terrible at explaining this, but I'll leave a link to a video that explains it a lot better than I did, because believe it or not, this particular spread is one spread that is most used, more than any other spread in my bullet journal. I used this spread more than anything, and I think it's a very nice spread. And also I got advice from AmandaRachLee to put it on the left side of the page so that it's easy to flip to when you want to reference and when you want to divide your pages. So there's a tip that I got from somewhere else and I'm now sharing it with you. So I'm just finishing up my grid spacing guide and adding in some little sparkles and just to make it look a little bit more alive. And right next to that is my key page, which has changed slightly from the 2020 key that I used. If you don't know, this is gonna be my second year bullet journaling, and last year when I started my bullet journal, I was so excited because I am a stationery lover. So I was so excited about my bullet journal, and I kind of went crazy on the key, and I ended up not even using some of the symbols that I designated to some of the things. So here I'm just taking it down a notch, and we'll see how that goes in 2021. And for a little bit more decorative elements, I added in this cute washi tape that I got from Take-A-Lot. And for those of you that don't know, Take-A-Lot is like our little Amazon here in South Africa. I couldn't think of a better comparison, but that's basically South African Amazon. Anyway, on this next page I'm doing my index, and honestly I really do not use my index at all, but I do have a reason for putting it here. The reason is that I think future me may or may not need an index. I don't know, but I'm just trying to hook up my future self and not leave her in the dark about everything. So this is for her, and if she's watching this in the future, she's probably laughing at me right now like, what the hell is wrong with you? And I'm just adding in 2 columns. One side is where I'll be putting like a description of what the page is and putting in the page number on the right side, and right next to that is my 2021 at a glance. And a lot of people have said that they don't really use or need. Don't you just love the birds outside? They're just in here. Anyway, a lot of people have mentioned that they don't really do a 20 year at a glance because it's just so redundant and you look at it on your phone. But for me, it's so therapeutic to just write down all these numbers over and over, even though my wrist was kind of complaining at the end, like, okay, do we have to do this? But it was so therapeutic just writing out these numbers, and I am very proud to say that I did not even mess it up even once. Last year, I got so frustrated when I was setting this spread up on my bullet journal because I kept screwing it up so many times, and I was just like, okay, what the hell is going on here? Do I not know how the calendar works? And I was so frustrated with myself. And this year I was like, okay, babe, get your head in the game, let's do this. And it turned out so beautifully, and I'm just so excited about this. I don't know why, it's just so exciting. And here I actually changed my mind. I was gonna write the days of the week in black ink, but then I decided to add a little bit of more I don't know, variety, I guess, and used the Crayola Super Tip to black out the line and then use white gel pen to write the days of the week. Gosh, where's my head? I'm blabbing so much. I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited about 2021. Anyway, this is me pulling myself together here. I am finishing off the 2021 at a glance, and then I'm adding in some sparkles and some washi tape to tie everything together, and this is pretty much it for this spread. The next spread that I'm setting up is my future log, and I went for this kind of vertical style, which, thinking about it now, I'm kind of wondering how I even decided that, because I don't like vertical spaces because they are so limiting in terms of how much you can write. So you kind of have to squish everything together or like write very small. So, well, I don't know, past self maybe knows why I did this, but honestly, I was like, when I was watching this video again, I was like, wait, what? How did I? This makes no sense. Where was I when I did this? And anyway, this is what we did, and I'm not mad at how it turned out. I just wish I did a horizontal kind of layout, or at least spread it out a little bit more. Instead of having 3 months on one page, I could have had like 2, even though that would have eaten up space in my whole journal, because then it would mean I'd have to use 6 pages instead of 4. So anyway, it is what it is. It's how it turned out, and I'm okay with it. I'm actually okay with it. And now I'm just adding in some drop shadows to those little rounded boxes that I did for the months, and adding in some washi tape just for, you know, good measure, I guess. And this is the second part of the future log, and after this we are basically done with my future log. Honestly, the future log is basically the easiest spread to set up, because you just write down the months and that's it. You just leave it there, or rather you leave it there until you need to write something in a future month or something like that. This next spread is my goals spread, and I've divided it up into personal, business, kind of career, spiritual. There's a whole lot of stuff, but one thing that I did do is that I put my top 3 goals in a separate section where I would be focusing for the year, and if I reach all of the other goals, yay me, but these will be my main goals that I focus on until I reach these goals. So, pro tip, or just a tip, if you are setting goals and you have a lot of things that you want to achieve, it's a good idea to have goals that, or a goal that you are focusing on more than any other goal, because if you are having 7 goals that you have to reach, I think that's spreading yourself a little bit too thin, even though that's kind of what I'm doing here. But I do have a focus, and I will not be focusing on other goals, or I will be giving less energy to the other goals that are not in my top 3 goals. I hope that makes sense. So anyway, on this next page I did a quote that says, "A goal without a plan is just a dream." And I wanted to go with "is just a wish," but I don't know, I just went for dream. No idea why, because I think dreams are good. I think dreams are good. I think wishes are a little bit more abstract and not so, I don't want to say they're not so real, because wishes are real, but they're a little bit more abstract, which is what I was going for here. That a goal that does not have a plan, if you don't actually have a plan for your goal, then you are just kind of leaving it to chance and that kind of thing. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. And here I'm adding in some drop shadows with this gray marker, and I just realized now that this is actually the first time that I'm using this gray marker, and I have been having it since the video started and I didn't use it, which is weird. But anyway, I'm adding in some drop shadows to the other boxes, and that's basically it for my goals page, and some little sparkles, of course. I think this is the prettiest spread of all. It looks so pretty, and it's just so satisfying to look at, and I just probably will not get enough of it throughout the year, or throughout the 6 months that I'll be using that spread. And the next spread right next to my goals page, of course, is my vision board, because goals and vision boards go together. So for the vision board, I just left it blank. I just wrote vision board, did a little border outline thingy, and I left it alone, because I will be sticking in some pictures and writing some stuff in here to represent, my vision for this year and for the future. And for the finishing touch, the little sparkles. This next spread is where I put my wish list and my bucket list. So my wish list is where I'm going to be writing stuff that I want to buy or get for myself. Mostly buy, but and I'm gonna split it up into wants and needs. And for the bucket list is where I will write down a list of things that I want to do, because on my birthday this year, because we're still in 2020, so on my 2020 birthday I was so stumped and I had no idea what to do, and I wanted to treat myself. And because I'm not really an outgoing person and I don't really do much activities and stuff, I had no idea what to do for my birthday other than to just watch Netflix and chill out in my room, because that's usually what I do. But I wanted to do something a little bit different and I couldn't. So hopefully this bucket list will be useful for situations like that, when I want to treat myself to something and I can't think of anything. So bucket list, I hope you will serve your purpose. So here I'm just finishing up the spread and adding a little bit of a quote that says live a little, which is so fitting for the bucket list, right? And this is basically it for the wish list and bucket list spread. Why is my tongue so tied?
Hello. Hi. Subscribe. Yes. Just press the button.
Next up we have my period tracker, and I actually just started tracking my period because I just decided to be a little bit more clued up on my period, and because I just got tired of getting surprise periods, so I decided to track my periods. I think I started in like September, maybe August, I don't actually remember. But because I started in the middle of the year, I didn't have one place where I could see kind of how my cycle works. So here I have a whole spread that's gonna show me a whole year of my menstrual cycles. Is it cycles or cycle? I don't know, whatever. But right next to that, I did a self-care master list where I'll be writing down things that I consider self-care that I can do, especially when I'm on my period, because that's when I really like to dial in and take care of me. So when I'm on my period, then I have ideas on what to do to kind of take care of myself physically, mentally, emotionally, all the things. And we are coming up to the last few spreads of this 2021 bullet journal setup, and this one is my content ideas page, because I just hate it when I want to do a video or write a blog post and I have no idea what to write about. I mean, I do have ideas on what to write about, but sometimes I like to let ideas kind of marinate a little in my head. So I like to write them ahead of time, before, like a week at least before I actually create the piece of content, because then I have a little bit more time to think about it, to come up with kind of new ideas and stuff. So that's why I'll be writing down my ideas for content. And the last but not least spread of this setup is my 2021 memories. So last year I did something kind of weird. I set up my 2021 memories pages on I think it was 4 different pages, and I never even used it, which is why this year I decided to go for one double page spread. I don't know yet if I'm going to be sticking in pictures or if I'm going to be doing doodles of highlights and stuff, but we'll see how it goes. And here is the final flip through of my 2021 bullet journal setup. It just feels so exciting to say 2021, because 2020 we were also excited about it and it showed us flames, all of us, but 2021, please be nice to us. Please be nice to all of us. 2020 has been, wow. 2020 has been 2020. So please, 2021, be nice to us. And I'm sending good vibes and good energy to all of you that are watching this video. And I hope you come back for more videos. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button if you like this video. And I will see you guys on the next bullet journal setup, which is coming up in a few days. It will be my January 2021 plan with me video, so make sure you are subscribed and that you turn on notifications for that. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.